Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 21st of September, 2016. Hope you had a good trading week so far. Monday was all right. Tuesday was, maybe our top pick went off the stock report, but again, it gap up, as you'll see when we look at the intraday action, in a fairly narrow day, which is the start of a two-day Fed meeting, so we expected that. This is what usually happens. Here's a look at the front month ES futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market. This is the proper way to look at the market, and we've been pretty much dead flat. So we got the 13 sell signal 2 weeks ago today, fell over on Friday that week. We've been basically down at the low end of that range, doing nothing ever since then. Let's go through everything we usually watch. Crude oil up 62 cents to 44.47. Finally getting a little bounce after a couple of days down. Gold up 50 cents, not a big deal. So the S&P cash index closed up 0.64. The other day it was down, I think, 0.2, right? Two of the flattest closes you can get. NDX up 9 after being down a couple the day before. SOX lost 4. That's pretty much a blip for the SOX. Biotech's up 42.10. Got the VIX up 39 cents to 15.92. Interesting that the VIX goes up when the market was so flat. Trend at 1.25. That's another high reading. That keeps that 10-day moving average up there. Actually, it's, 1.25. That keeps that 10-day moving average at 1.34. It's going to be a while before that comes back down. NASDAQ volume slipped back. Again, not unusual waiting for the Fed here at 1.5 billion shares. We've got the advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ negative 148. Advanced decline ratio on the New York negative 372. Google gains $4.39, which is just a blip. We've been right here for over a month. They should have a big announcement October 4th. See how that goes. Apple down a penny. How does that happen? Amazon up 5, but still operating under the 13 sell signal between that and that red static trend line. Netflix gained 19 cents, which is not a big deal. All right, let's take a look at the intraday action. Here's the ES and 5-minute candle. So let's take a look. You can see the back end of Friday here. Gapped up Monday, pushed higher, came back, sold off a couple times on those bomb threats or bomb concerns they had in New York, New Jersey. Recovered late in the afternoon, then drifted. Ended up closing, like I said, almost dead flat that day. And then here today, gapped up, back and forth a little bit early, drifted, filled the gap over lunch, tried to bounce. We were sitting right on the midpoint VWAP area with about 20 minutes left, and then it sold off very, very late in the day to close, basically flat for the session. So remember, there's 3 candles here on the futures that don't exist in the stock market actual trading, because futures trade for 15 minutes after stock. So to see the actual close, get rid of those 3 last candles of the day. That's why it was flat for the session. NDX, NASDAQ side, not much different. It's been very flat. We're in wait for Fed mode, even though it's hard to imagine the Fed's going to say anything spectacular or surprising. It's just that time of year right now where we're going to be sensitive to everything, evidently. So until we see what the Fed has to say, probably tomorrow morning will be a little light. In terms of data, we've got MBA mortgage index at 7 a.m. Eastern time, crude oil inventory is an hour in, and then the Fed rate announcement at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Some data, minor data left Thursday, and then Friday there's no data. So hopefully, like I said, coming into the week, Thursday should be the better trading day. We will be looking for the 3-wave phenomenon after the Fed announcement at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. See if we get it or not. We'll be in the lab walking you through that as usual. That's about it. There's nothing else to say. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Wednesday.